month, tomorrow is Ekadashi, very auspicious day, and today we are very lucky to have one of our very wonderful godbrother and very special personality, His Grace Radhavallabh Prabhu. Radhavallabh Prabhu will be giving the talk today, and then we will have bhajan, kirtan as usual, whatever we have. Radhavallabh Prabhu is one of our senior members of this temple. Prabhu did his masters from Kharagpur IIT. He is IITian in aeronautic engineering, then reading and understanding Srila Prabhupada's mercy and Srila Prabhupada's teachings. He came and joined and dedicated his life in our ashram, ISKCON Calcutta. He has been rendering a lot of services to Calcutta Temple and Srila Prabhupada, starting from distribution of Srila Prabhupada's book and so many other things. And not only that, he is cultivating many powerful personalities, including including the film stars around the world. Yes, you have rightly heard, around the world. However, no question regarding that, because today he is going to speak about Bhagavad Gita. As we know, we are following that. Let us welcome him by hearing him. He's an amazing person, and when you come to the temple, you can meet him also. So here comes His Grace Radhavallabh Prabhu with Bhagavad Gita talk. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. We can hear you.
Achha, I want to check that is it better that everybody can unmute so that I can hear everybody's sound at least?
It will be a trouble for you only, for your ears only, Prabhuji.
I will love it.
Okay, as you wish.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
You have to mute Ananda Mohan Das Prabhuji.
Is it fine?
Yeah, it's fine.
It is audible to everybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So today we'll be starting, we will be just talking on the Bhagavad Gita as it is, text 44, it is being said by Ananda Mohan Prabhu to me. So before that, I will be reciting Mangalacharan. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So this wonderful month is going on, Purushottam month, and as my own lifestyle as I am leading at the present moment, I am studying, getting the opportunity to study so many books, Prabhupada books, the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Then I today have started Bhagavad Gita to start again, and till 18th of October we have this auspicious Purushottam month to go by. So I am taking the full advantage, and wherever I am getting some opportunity to discuss with the devotees, so it's a great pleasure for me also. So my sincere prayers for everybody and the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Radha Govindji, Jagannath Baldev Sodharamani, that everybody's mind at least should be very pleasing at the present Purushottam month, so that through mind we will just enjoy the spiritual life.
It is most important. So today's verse is text 44, second chapter, Bhagavad Gita as it is. Bhog Aishwarya Prashaktanam Tat Pareta Chetasam Vyapshaitmika Buddhi Samadhu Na Vidyate. Everybody have this slok, or only I am having the slok? Yes. Everybody have the slok, or I myself have the slok with me?
Only you have the slok with you.
Okay. So Bhog Aishwarya Prashaktanam Tat Pareta Chetasam Vyapshaitmika Buddhi Samadhu Na Vidhyati. So translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, ISKCON founder Acharya. The translation of the slok is as follows. In the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence, and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. So I will repeat once again. In the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence, and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. Say any example. Can anybody say an example on this particular text? Any idea? Any example? What you have understood from this sloka translation? Everybody is hearing me?
Yes, Prabhu, we can hear you.
Yeah. So I want to have any example what you have heard from this translation. Because I want to keep it as an interaction mode instead of I will be speaking, so that people can be more relating with the sloka what it is being said here. So I am repeating again the sloka. In the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence, and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. Any example?
I think when you use your Hare Krishna Prabhuji,
Yes, tell me.
when you use your senses outward, not use inward, then your devotion service does not have the bhakti. It will only have the form but not have the essence.
Any example? Any a simple example in our day-to-day life? In our day-to-day life, any example?
You go to the temple, you pray, you offer obeisances and all that. You're just doing it more like a routine, without any bhakti. So you will not bear the fruit of those actions. So
Anybody else? Any examples?
Maybe
Anybody else? So I want to check in my mind, two examples are coming right now. That, for example, a fish in a pond. There are so many food available inside the pond. See, in our just in front of our temple premises, there is a big pond. And on Sunday morning, many men come with their that fishery, what is called, with their bait to catch the fishes. In the so big, the lake is the so big lake. There are so many foods available here and there, but still, a fish is trapped by the bait. It is being hanging, and it is being. We can see that how much attached a fish is for a simple food to bait in the pond. And second is that another example is coming in my mind. We have seen so many fire in different places. In the evening, we will see that a candle is burning in a temple, lamp is burning, and we'll see even there are so many lights. Some insects we will see, they will come, they will hover around the fire, and they will just jump into the fire. Even there is so much light, no worry. That insect is seeing so many things, but still it will just enter into the fire and he will die. So too much attached for sense enjoyment is causing
Hello.
terrible disasters.
I am ready. Please connect.
Terrible disasters for those living entities. Too much material opulence. If those things are not used properly, they also create so many troubles. Now 2018, I want to say, 2018, in the news, it came that Mr. Shivaji Roy, the director of ML Roy company, ML Roy Sanitary Company is there, a big company in Calcutta, and he had a Ferrari. I hope he had so many foreign cars, and one of the cars were a Jaguar. He was having a Jaguar, and they have Club FT. There's some elite people. They formed a club who have the enthusiasm of you can say driving a sportive cars, the cars who are costly, the cars which move so fast, and they have the idea that they meet every Sunday morning in some spaces, in some roadways, these empty roadways, so that they can speed up so fast they can move with those Ferrari or Jaguars. And we saw that in 2018, a big news, it was there throughout India and also in abroad, that how the car smashed near the sideways of the road, and he have to face a terrific death, which was unbelievable to for many of his friends and family members. And I personally met his family members after the incident. There was a death ceremony. I met his brother, and he was explaining the day before how he was jolly. He was eating food on Saturday night, and he was in a jolly mood. But next day, everything changed. The history changed. So even he has to be having the material opulence, but the mind was not fixed up, too attached with material opulences, and who are bewildered by such things. And what happens? They have to face so much disastrous. One of our devotees who come on Sundays, she is also a big means businessman, and she has the same Ferrari type car, and she was one of the friend of Mr. Shivaji Roy, and she was telling the story. She was there. She was also one of the participants of the club FT, and she used to drive her own Lamborghini. I forgot that, not Lamborghini, maybe a costly car is there. She had a costly car, and she was explaining the incidents which happened. She also tried to drive the car very fast. Nowadays, after the incidents, she rarely drive those cars. Uh, she have other cars and she travels with those cars, and she has quitted that club FT, and she is focusing on her spiritual life. She comes on Sundays regularly. She has her daughters. She was sitting in my office, and we are saying she was saying those incidences, and we are opening up that what is the importance of spiritual life. Spiritual life is life of sensitivity and sensitivity, and with intelligence, if we can lead a very peaceful life, then even I am having so much material opulences, then I can uh, fix up my mind. That is being said as a samadhi. I can fix up my mind. I can carry forward my devotional life, and then I will be peaceful. Otherwise, too much attached with the sense enjoyments and with these material opulences, if I am bewildered and I am having this, then everything goes here and there. But if you will see, if we will focus in Krishna's pastimes, fix our mind in Krishna's pastimes, like Krishna, when he used to travel in Vrindavan, then many gopis, one of the gopis saying about Krishna, that Krishna speaks so many languages. He speaks in Brajavasi language with the Brajavasis. He speaks in Sanskrit with the demigods. He speaks with the cows, he speaks with the deers, and he speaks with different animals in their own languages. And simply the village woman, the gopis, just focusing on this particular linguistic aspect of Krishna, their mind is absorbed in supreme ecstasy. Then we'll see in another cases when Krishna is dancing over Kaliya. After dancing over Kaliya, when Kaliya is defeated brutally, then Krishna is kindly speaking to Kaliya. Kaliya, please forgive me. Actually, I don't want to harm you. But since this Yamuna is a lifesaver, it gives so much pleasure for the cows, the calves, and the Vrindavan Vashis taking cool water, drinking water, and they are just simply taking bath in Yamuna. But you came here, you are disturbing them, you have poisoned the water. So to give you a lesson and to give pleasure to my pupils, those cows, calves, my friends. Uh, I have treated you like this. So don't worry, please forgive me, and you can leave this place, go to some other places. So this is the personality. Remembering about Krishna, thinking about Krishna's pastimes, that even in a very difficult situations of Draupadi, then she is crying loudly, Govinda, Govinda, please protect me. And Krishna was in anxiety. He came and protected Draupadi. So these pastimes, when we hear the pastimes, those pastimes hover around our mind. We think again and again and again and again and again the pastimes of the Lord. Then our mind is absorbed, mind is soaked in the spiritual ecstasy. And because of the spiritual ecstasy in the mind, what will be happening? Our mind will be fixed up. And even there are scopes of sense enjoyment, even there are material opulences. Those things will not disturb us, and we will be determined about our spiritual life. Because we have to see that this human form of life, among 84 species of life, we have got this human form of life. We don't know. Today I am here, tomorrow I might not be. The opportunity is huge. Just simple process, thinking about Krishna, the maximum hours, maximum time, and then our life will be successful. If you will see in Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 22nd chapter, about Satarupa and Swayambhuva, both are householders. They settled their beautiful daughter Devahuti with Kardamuni, and they were there in their house. House were well decorated, so much opulences, so much scope of sense enjoyments, so many maid servants, so many nice food, so many people taking care of them, gold, jewelries, and very, very rich aristocracy. Even that, they are simply engaged 24 hours thinking about Krishna and thinking about Krishna's pastimes. They used to speak among themselves about all these Krishna's pastimes. And because of that, even having so much sense enjoyment areas and material opulences, we see that Satarupa and Manu were totally peaceful in their life, and in this way they spent the whole life, and after that they went back home. Back to God. So this is our simple formula for our making a successful life and a successful journey to go back home, back to God. So here Prabhupada purport is saying Samadhi means fixed mind. Fixed mind, the Vedic dictionary, when the mind is fixed for understanding the self, it is said to mean Samadhi. So Samadhi is never possible for persons interested in material sense and enjoyment and bewildered by such temporary things. They are more or less condemned by the causes of material energy. So any questions? Anybody having any question, they can raise, or they have not understood, so they can raise any questions, so we can discuss. Everybody is hearing?
Yeah, Prabhuji, you explained it very well. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
So recently, for my own personal example, I am leading that this is the Purushottam month, and I am trying to regulate my life in a very balanced way, that wherever the mobile is there, the basic thing in our personal life, it's included in our life is the mobile. So if we can keep the mobile as silent as possible, whenever basic necessaries are there, we can use it. Another time we can focus more into the soak our mind. In a lecture I was hearing Prabhupada is saying, soaking our mind, like we soak a sponge in water, dry sponge, putting the sponge in the water, soaking the sponge in the water. So like that, if our mind, we can soak our mind in hearing about the pastimes of Krishna in this particular Purushottam month, 18th, today is 26th. So 18th October, our 17th October, our Purushottam month is ending. So more and more, if we can soak our mind in thinking about Krishna, Krishna's pastimes, hearing, chanting, reading. Now I am, my personal life, I am studying Chaitanya Charitamrita, and I am in Antalila. Today I have completed 5th chapter, and Antalila has 20 chapters. So I am sure that everything goes fine. I will be completing the whole Chaitanya Charitamrita before Purushottam month ends. So this is blessings from Mahaprabhu. So everybody can try and focus their mind and soak their mind in Krishna conscious, whatever is there, whatever books are there. If you have the books, start reading from today, from now. I'm getting the books. Wherever I'm getting the books, I'm having the books in my hand, started reading. So in this lockdown, I've studied so many books, Prabhupada's pastimes and some blessings of the devotees, that the opportunity was there, and I utilized the maximum time for my own spiritual upliftment. And if my mind is peaceful, determined, then I hope that I can make others peaceful and determined in their spiritual life till the continent. Any questions you are having? I hope. Then I will give this to Anandan Prabhu. He is here with me. He is here with you every day, every time. So he is inviting every week. That is nice. So everybody can share their realizations and how they are personally living their life. Today I read Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antalila, chapter 5. Ramanand Rai talking with Pradyumna Krishna, and Ramanand and Sarup Damodar is teaching Brahmana from Bengal. He was brought by Bhavananda, Bhagwan Acharya, and he is rectifying about a poem he has brought in front of Sarup Damodar, and after that the poet got rectified. Every devotee is blessed that Brahmana, and later on that Brahmana was blessed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he never returned back to Bengal. He stayed in Nilachal, and he was staying with Mahaprabhu, and he was serving other devotees. So in this way, I am trying to study chapter by chapter. Tomorrow I will be again study the next chapter. So in this way, you can also make these convictions in your heart start studying. I hope everybody is studying books. Hopefully everybody have the books, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Krishna book. And every night I study one chapter of Krishna book also. So in this way, try to soak the mind in a spiritual happiness in this month of Purushottam. So I pray to Sesi Gauratai that you also get this opportunity and soak your mind in Krishna consciousness. It's a wonderful Purushottam month, and I pray for all your families' well-beings, whoever near, whoever far away, and whoever the people they're coming in your mind. I pray for their spiritual and material well-being. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Hare Krishna. So we should thank our Radhavallabh Prabhu so beautifully and so systematically he said, and the best part that he ended with samadhi. You know, we need to have samadhi, means thinking about the Lord. That is very special. So carrying on from that, before carrying on, I really want to thank Radhavallabh Prabhu that in our temple, all the aratis, maximum aratis, morning, afternoon, and evening, Prabhu attends. And though he is very learned, educated, however, he is very humble and kind, and always eager to hear and study the books of Srila Prabhupada and distribute them also. So we will be also requesting him to come again and share his experience with all of us. So I will just speak a little bit, and then we will have little kirtan and question answers, some announcements are as well. So the biggest asset in our life, as I was studying and as I was hearing, and as Prabhu was telling also, is actually thinking. Our thinking, what we are thinking actually, that matters a lot. See, we cannot what do you call, we cannot, there is no influence of ours, you know, in the outside world. We cannot control the outside world, but we can control our mind and our thinking. So it has been said that pain is inevitable in this material world. There will be pain. Today is Corona, there will be Marona, there will be Gharona, all these things will be coming. But suffering is optional. The suffering is optional. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. Why suffering is optional? Because the thinking, that is called samadhi actually. And if we are thinking, it is all about consciousness. International Society for Krishna Consciousness. If our consciousness level is very high, then we won't suffer actually. That's why Srila Prabhupada used to say, simple living and high thinking. Thinking is an asset. And how to think good? When you hear and study something wonderful. That's why every Saturday coming here and hearing a little bit of Krishna Katha, Krishna Kirtan is very important for all of us. So that's why I was, you know, studying certain things, and there Prabhupada writes in Nectar of Instruction preface that you know, if one person in Krishna consciousness want to develop Krishna consciousness, development of Krishna consciousness depends on a person, on the person's thinking and consciousness. If you want to develop, you know, your consciousness level, your thought process, we need to hear and chant and be with Krishna. This makes us very strong, and that comes and that brings a lot of positivity in ourselves. It has been clinically proved now that every day, if one person is having the gratitude that whatever he has got in his life from the Lord, if one person is just 10-minute thinking, clinically it is proved, so the body releases a chemical and that chemical is called immunoglobulin A. Immunoglobulin A, which actually in this world, in the first world countries, they have a what do you call? They have a vaccine, or not vaccine. Actually, it is called what do you call? 1000 immunity plus. It's a immunity creating what do you call chemical, which externally has been given. Externally, you can also put. But now the science have invented and seen. Krishna made our body in such a way. If you are thinking positive and if you are having gratitude towards the Lord, towards our mission, towards our family, towards our people, towards our friend, 10 minutes in a day, if you just think, oh, I'm so lucky to get Krishna in my life. Oh, I'm so happy to get this friend in my life. Oh, I'm so happy to get my father and mother in my life. They are so kind. Oh, I am so happy to get nice children in my life. Just for 10 minutes, if one person gives, he releases this chemical in his body called immunoglobulin A, which helps a person to prevent from many unwanted diseases and mostly the mental things, which really creates a problem in our life. So for that reason, every Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, every day if we study, every day if we worship the Lord, every day if we chant Krishna's name, what happens actually, we become so powerful in our consciousness wise. International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So in Mahabharata and Ramayana and so many places you will see some of the rishis and the munis, by thinking only, they will bring out something. They will make a, just like Lord Shiva has been told, he wanted, Parvati wanted something, so immediately he manifested it from the mind, from consciousness. So consciousness is very important in the way we talk, in the way we walk, in the way we eat, in the way we deal with each other. These are all about consciousness. And that consciousness comes and becomes very pure when we hear about the ultimate pure person, Pavitram Paramidam, Ishwara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradi Govinda Sarva Karana Karma. So what is the spiritual life actually is? The spiritual life is nothing but we need to better ourselves. We need to share, definitely. But sometimes what happens while sharing, we forget one thing, that we have to develop ourselves. So that's why today must be the today must be better than the yesterday. I must be a better person than yesterday. And if one person is thinking in that way, that is the right Krishna consciousness. And how it happens, how it will happen? When we do the spiritual activities. So we may do, just like the Prabhu was giving example, and Vasant Prabhu also answered in a very nice way, that if we are not doing with love and devotion, that does not make any sense. Suppose I have an experience, when I was traveling in a what we call aeroplane. So I asked, water. And the lady came and the lady said, very much nicely smiling, sir, what do you want? And this and that. And I said that I want this. And she smiled and said, well, very nicely she smiled and said that I cannot help you. It's not there. I cannot help you. Other thing is that then what is the reason of so much smile and so many flowery words if the ultimate thing is not there? Similarly, we do certain things as a habit, as like the duty, but ultimately devotional service means you must be conscious about Krishna, International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So you see, we say IS, 10K, ISKCON, right? So I sometimes say, is Krishna consciousness on? That is called ISKCON. We visited, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Ramkeli few years back, and there in a very beautiful temple, it was written in a Bengali, what you call, very nice poster. Naam cholche to. Naam cholche to means your chanting is going, no? So that is very important. That Prabhupada also says, there is a Bengali proverb, that bhajan karo, sadhan karo, morte janle hai. So we need to be thankful, we need to be happy, we need to encourage each other, and everything comes when your consciousness is very pure. And at least Prabhupada tells, and the Acharyas tells, and the Shastra says that we need to be in the mode of goodness. Urdham gacchati sattvataha madhye tishtha rajasa jaganna guna vrittasya adho gacchanti tamasa. The mode of ignorance creates, distraction. Mode of passion is always in the mood of doing something more, something more, something more. It is restless. But then mode of goodness is the maintenance. That's why Lord Narayan or Vishnu is a maintainer. And Prabhupada says, and Acharya says, all the spiritualists, whoever wants to develop their spirituality, they must be in the mode of goodness. In the mode of goodness gives you the pure thinking of Krishna consciousness. So let's come back that what we were discussing. It's all about our thinking. So whatever we hear, actually we think. Whatever we think, we speak. Whatever we speak, that is the way that we, that makes our action. Action makes our habit. Habit makes our nature. Nature makes our character. And character together makes a culture. So that's why if you want to know, sometimes this culture thoda ajeeb hai. That culture has come because they're not hearing nicely. So sometimes people say, Prabhu, why to come and hear? Mera bahut ye hai, bahut wo hai. But no, if you want to be a very, very good, a thoughtful person, you want to be a good conscious person, who is always conscious about everything. He is not in ignorance. So then we need to hear. Everything starts with hearing. And when we hear very nicely, then our thinking, that is actually an asset. That changes our everything, our attitude, our dealing. Sometimes, just like, you may be having a friend, but the friend is not happy with you because, you're not responding in the way that you should respond because the consciousness level is not matching. And the consciousness comes and you become very sensitive when spiritually we are motivated. So that's why it has been stated in the scriptures also that this reading of Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita and all these beautiful books, what it does to us, it makes our consciousness level very high. If our mind is having good conscious, everything becomes so wonderful. Just like it is said, again I will say, the pain is inevitable. But to get that pain, whether I will be disturbed by that, how I will react in that, that depends on me. If you are irrelevant, if that is irrelevant to you, then even if something is happening, you are not bothered about it. So that's why it is stated in a song, Kamala Jala Dalla Jivana Talamala Bhajahu Hari Padani Tire. That we need to be just like lotus, which always is a little bit up from the mud. And then it is looking towards the sun. And for us, this material world is just a world, full of, this water. We are just like lotus. And then we are looking towards Krishna Surja Samo Maya Andhakar Jaha Krishna Taya Nai Maya Radhikar. In this way, what happens? Our consciousness level goes very high. And when your consciousness level is very high, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, when your consciousness level is very high, then what happens? You make other person, whomever you meet, Krishna conscious also. Prabhupada did amazing, outreaching. Why? Because he was always having this pure consciousness. Just like the electricity. If the electricity has been touched by a thread or a, cord, it will be electrocuted. So that's why each and every one of you, all of us, we need to have this Krishna consciousness in our life. And our consciousness level with Sadhu Sangha Nam Kirtan Bhagavata Shravan Mathurava Srimurti Shraddhaya Sevan, you will be so pure that whomever we meet, we will give that consciousness to other person. And that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Jare dekho tare kaho Krishna upadesh, Amara gaye Guru hoiya taro yedesh. See, if you are happy and spirituality And spiritual life will make us happy because our consciousness level will be very high. So that's why there are different sorts of consciousness that will come in Bhagavad Gita slowly, slowly. Some are awakened, some are semi-awakened, some are covered, some are, fully awakened. That we will be discussing also. So try our level best to be grateful also. We discussed about that. The gratefulness, chemically, it has been, medically it has been proved that one chemical comes in our body, immunoglobulin A, which makes us so content, so happy, so protected. And then we feel so happy also. And also we must try our level best with the help of the Acharya's books, with the help of, Krishna consciousness, that we need to better ourselves. Sometimes, we don't care about our own spiritual life and we think about what others are doing. We become, we criticize others, whether they are doing right or wrong. But then at the end of the day, like maximum time should be given, for personal development. If personally we are conscious, then we can help everyone. If we are not happy, then how will we? It is said that when the oxygen mask will come down, you should save yourself first. And when you save yourself first, then only you can help other person. The same thing, Bharat Bhumite Manusya Janma Hoilo Jar Janma Sarthak Kori. First, you make your life successful by investing your time in yourself, self-development, self-maturity. And then Janma Sarthak Kori Karo Karo. So, I must be better than yesterday. I must be better than yesterday. Yesterday as I was, I should be better today. Because today Krishna has given me another day, another evening, another Sangha, Saturday Sangha. And then we need to be thankful to Krishna. Oh Krishna, you are so merciful that many people don't have many things because of many reasons, but mercifully you have given me so many wonderful shelter where I can take shelter so nicely. So thank you very much. And I hope that you are all healthy and doing well. Some of the devotees here, I know that in their family, they have one or two members, they have infected by this COVID, but it has become a flu now. Don't worry. We are praying for all of you, and everything is going to be just wonderful. I am offering behalf of all of you in your name to Jagannath Puri, every day Tulsi, Chandan, Kapoor, and ghee lamp has been offered in all of you for your spiritual consciousness and your well-being. And I am very happy to announce today that from October 1st, our temple is reopening after 6 months. Very bold. So in the Hare Krishna group, this whole news will come. I will let you know. From evening 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock, there will be some restrictions, but Govind is eagerly waiting to give you darshan, and you will see him in a very beautiful form because newly he has been painted, Angarag has been done, and he looks so beautiful. And then after Rath Yatra also, you never seen the beautiful darshan of Jagannath also, so you will be visiting them. I will also meet you. And I am very happy to see all of you here, and I will be very happy and I will be very pleased if every Saturday for 1 hour, I just want 1 hour, 24/7 के भीतर मैं सिर्फ 1 घंटा चाहता हूँ आपसे to make yourself more conscious about Krishna. That is called Krishna consciousness. If you are Krishna consciousness, even if anything comes, you won't be bothered because that Krishna is there to take care of you. Hare Krishna. Any question before I start the kirtan for today? Any questions you have? Anyone has any question or query? I will just check who are
Prabhuji.
here. Yes. Tell me. Hare Krishna.
I want to acknowledge the great talking points from you and Radhavallabh Prabhu. A thought cropped up in my mind, connecting your talk and his talk. So in his talk, he talked about Kali dance. And you talked about even the current economic situation, people are anxious about the EMI, their job, and where the next meal is going to come. So the thought process moves towards the Kaliya in their life, the dark Kaliya in their life, which is what the focus is. Shifting the focus from Kaliya to Krishna, who is the savior, is a journey. That's what would help. That's what I understood from your talk and combining your talk. And so the attraction towards Kaliya should be moved away from attraction to Kaliya towards Krishna.
Perfect. And there is another Kaliya also in Jagannath Puri. It is Lord Jagannath. He is also called Kaliya.
Yeah.
And our whole consciousness should be, you rightly said, our whole consciousness should be how I can, love him, how I can see him. And when everything goes okay, let's go to Kaliya. Not that serpent Kaliya. Let's go to Jagannath Swami Kaliya. Maybe, sometime from the next week we can sing this beautiful song. Oh hey Neela Shaila. There is a very Odia nice song. Oh hey Neela Shaila. A very beautiful song that we will sing next week. So wish you all the best, and I'm very happy to see all of you here. More than 41 devotees are here, and that is amazing. Someone has given some in the chat box. Someone has Haribol diya hai. Very good. And don't miss Saturdays. And tomorrow also we are going to start the Nectar of Instruction 4 p.m. We are going to study very beautifully together. Those who have not done, so Sundar Gopal Prabhu is taking care of the whole thing, and I wish all the best for those who are attending that. And also tomorrow evening 6 o'clock onward, again we will hear Bengali talk on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thank you very much, and we'll have little kirtan for all of you. Let us all pray for our good consciousness, that we can be always Krishna conscious and give Krishna consciousness to everyone. Yes, from Kaliya to Krishna. Let's put our consciousness in that way, with the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Everybody, please chant and remember the Lord.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama,
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, समवेत गौर भक्तवृंद की विदाई गौर प्रेमानंद